Hey, welcome back. So I just finished watching season 3 of House of the Dragon, and in between screaming at the screen, I was thinking the whole time, like, wow, like these people, these characters, they are making so many bad decisions left and right. It's awful. They're not too smart sometimes, or they're just incompetent. But anyway, it kind of inspired me to make a video just for funsies on some life lessons that House of the Dragon can teach us. Before we begin, be warned, there are spoilers. Okay, if you're not caught up on House of the Dragon, on Game of Thrones, and you don't want anything spoiled, now's your chance to go away. Okay, so bye, come back after you've watched it. All right, cool. So everyone left that's here, get ready because we're going to dive into 8 life lessons that season 3 of House of the Dragon can teach us. Lesson 1, remember when you wanted what you currently have. So Rhaenyra, the entire time she's pining for the throne, the Iron Throne. She wants to be queen. She wants to rule the 7 kingdoms. She sacrifices everything for it. Her 2 sons die in this endeavor. She starts a war over it. There's endless suffering and death because she wants the throne so badly. And what happens when she gets there? She has all this anxiety and doesn't like sitting on the throne, and she doesn't like getting requests from people. She doesn't like making decisions, and it's like, girly pop, that's the job. That's what you wanted this entire time, and she hates it. She hates ruling, okay? Because that's it. Like, that's it. All of it is just that, right? And she's not even that good at it, honestly. And neither was Aegon. No one's really competent in this show, apparently. So she wanted it so bad, but then she got there, and it's like she hated it. And yet she's still fighting to keep it, which is interesting. But it's like, again, remember when you wanted what you have now. And this particular lesson is a good reminder for myself. I was in LA for a few years before quarantine in 2020. And during COVID, I had to go back to Arizona for a while. And I love LA. I love the beach. I love the weather, the culture, the energy, everything about LA. I just really grew to love. So I really missed it. And oh my God, I grew to hate Arizona. It was just so hot. It was so depressing. I was cooped up inside. I couldn't go out, couldn't see friends. Like, it was really a dark time in my life. And now that I'm here, I came back after about a year. I was able to move here permanently. And I love my apartment. I love the life I'm building. I am so happy here. Like, this is where I'm meant to be. And yet I still find myself, just kind of in a bad mood someday and just like, this like traffic or these people or whatever, the mind finds ways to complain, and I have to remind myself, like girly pop, not too long ago, I was like yearning to be back here, and now I'm here. Like, I should be more happy, and not even like should, but like, it just kind of puts things in perspective of, I used to be in a place where I was very unhappy and miserable, and luckily circumstances changed, but I still am not grateful all the time. I still squirm in my chair and I'm comfortable, but like, I'm here. Like, so enjoy where you're at if it's where you wanted to be. Because again, there was a time when you wanted what you currently have. Lesson 2, trust but verify. Okay, so when Daemon picked up Darren, it was like, I think it was literally in episode 1 or episode 2. I don't really remember. It was in the very beginning, when Daemon has all the big dragons and they're facing the Hightower army with Lord Ormond, and they say, okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. And then Daemon is like, oh, I need Prince Darren. And they're like, okay, here you go. And he's like, okay, cool. And just trust that that's really the prince because he's got blonde hair. And luckily Alicent was in King's Landing and she was able to be like, oh, that's not my son. Right? So ideally, Daemon would have had a way to verify that that kid was actually Prince Darren, but he didn't. He just assumed and trusted and was like, okay, cool, we're good. And meanwhile, this prince is running around calling himself king, and that all could have been avoided if they had some more foresight and had someone with them who could take a look at him and be like, yep, that's him. Because nobody knows what he looks like, right? And another part of the show where trust but verify would have come in handy is with the dragon Sunfire. He was burned very badly. Everyone assumed he was dead. Even Bela on the patrols are like, oh, Sunfire is dead and rotting. No, he ain't. He's resting. He's hibernating. He's rejuvenating. And then he comes back alive. Yay, one more dragon to worry about. Ideally, she would have landed. Somebody would have gone to the dragon and been like, okay, is this guy dead or not? And again, they just assume because he's lying very still that he's dead, even though he's actually not decomposing. He was perfectly intact. He was just healing. And now they have one more dragon to contend with. Now, how do we apply this practically in real life? So if you get takeout food at the restaurant, don't just grab the bag and go. Take a minute, open it up, check the contents. I can't tell you how many times I wish I did that every time I got pickup at a restaurant, because more often than not, something was wrong or missing, and by the time I got home, it was too late. So trust but verify every time. Lesson 3, pick your battles. Okay, this pissed me way the fuck off. Okay, so once Ray Ray gets into King's Landing and starts ruling, there's like so many things that are important that needs attention. So many things. And all she's worried about is her goddamn coronation ceremony and banquets and tourneys and prizes with gold they don't have. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm like, girlfriend, your priorities are way whack. Okay, that is not top of the list at all. Okay, same thing with not paying your gold cloaks. Okay, like those guys are protecting your ass. That's your security. Like, that is a priority. Pay them. I don't care. Everything else can wait. Pay your street cops. Pay your protectors. Very important, right? And other things like not giving Lord Corlys, is that his name? The sea goat guy. When that dude with the 2 bastard sons, he asks her to legitimize them. And for some reason, she's like hemming and hawing and no, I don't want to. And it's like, again, what? Like, it takes 2 seconds to do that. Like, why are you dying on this hill? You have bastard sons, as he correctly pointed out. Oh my God. Like, again, why? Why are you fighting this particular battle? Why? Doesn't make sense. So it's just like these battles she's picking to fight. It's really weird and annoying. And yeah, so choose your battles. Okay, not everything is worth dying over. We all have to live together and work together. Would it have killed her just to be like, yeah, sure, I'll legitimize, be Sir Alan. Oh God, what's his last name? I forgot his last name. Oh no. Fuck. Anyway, it would have taken 2 seconds. Very easy to do. And she didn't want to do it. She was like, nope, not going to do it, and died on that hill. Which leads us to lesson 4. Enemies are not Pokemon. You don't collect them, okay? And it seems Damon and Rhaenyra are hell-bent on collecting as many enemies as they can. It started with, Damon not letting Alice take over Harrenhal again, or even just like table that. Just be like, what, I got a lot going on. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll consider it. Let's keep talking, but I got to go now. Okay, I got a war to fight. Instead, he like spurns her and is like, no, and you're just like a common kitchen wench or whatever. That's like, great. You just made a powerful enemy. And if he hadn't done that when Aemond was like dying right at her feet, she probably would have let him die. Yay! Cool, that's what you wanted, right? And like, no, but now she's helping him heal and he's got Vhagar again. Like, so stupid. They just made an enemy for no reason. They pissed off Lord Corlys, whatever, sea goat guy. They pissed him off for no good reason many times. They pissed off all the high folk, all the lords and ladies of King's Landing at that dinner feast. And again, this is hard because that was a great scene and that was really fun to watch. Like, yeah, get them, and rightfully so. Like, they should not have been hoarding all that stuff, all the food and things from the town folk, right? But there's better ways to do it. Instead she does this little banquet for them, and here are some rats, and right now my gold cloaks are taking all your stuff. And it's like, again, honey, you are making so many enemies. You're making enemies left and right. I'm pretty sure the highborn people, they're probably pretty powerful. They have money, they have influence, they've been there their entire life. And I'm sure they're probably behind some of the things that are happening around the city because of it. She's just, again, making enemies for no good reason. It would have been better just been like, hey guys, and actually have like a nice meal maybe, I don't know. And just say, hey, look, we're going to confiscate some of your food, okay? And maybe even talk with them about how much or being paid back, right? Because it did still spend money to get that stuff, But it is wrong that they were hoarding it. But again, there are better ways to go about it. Oh, who else are they pissing off? The town folk, the city folk, the the small folk, as they're called. You know, when Rhaenyra was like, I don't like this graffiti about me, and like, make it stop by any means. And they go and start like murdering people. And that's not going to make anyone like you, sister, okay? Like, again, just making enemies for no good reason. Very short-sighted. And then finally, in the last episode, the season finale, she goes ahead and just, like, murders the Pope, basically. And although I think those of us who come from religious backgrounds are like, yeah, in the show, in this world, not a good idea, because a lot of the people there have very strong beliefs about that. And again, she just made enemies of everyone. Why? Like, she's not helping her cause in the slightest. So again, for a real world application, you know, just be careful who you make an enemy of. Not everyone that you cut ties with has to be someone that you burn a bridge completely, okay? And I've burned a few bridges, but it's very intentional and very select few, okay? You know, as much as possible, try to be at peace with everyone, again, as much as possible. And don't make a big deal about it, you know? Like, even people I've cut off, it's not like, you know, we're trying to sabotage each other's jobs or anything like that. You know, it's just like, peace out, you know, live and let live. That's all you have to do. You do not have to make an enemy of everyone that you don't like or discourages you or disappoints you, okay? Like, practice some diplomacy once in a while, which Rhaenyra and Daemon definitely could use some help with. But, you know, it's more important than not pissing off the highborn or the small folk. Be nice to your dragon riders, aka don't bite the hand that feeds you. Oh my god, like, I can't believe how they're treating Ulf and Hugh. It is ridiculous, and it doesn't surprise me that at least Ulf betrays her, and I'm not sure what happens with the other guy, but I can take a hint. I can guess, right? I think we all can deduce what might happen. You know, time after time, they mock, belittle, and humiliate them, and don't listen to what they want or need, which is so short-sighted, okay? Like, it was so important that they get these dragon riders and then they have them and they have sworn fealty and they're loyal and stuff. And then they treat them like shit, okay? It's like, it's not that hard. Like, be nice to them, okay? Take good care of them. You want to buy that loyalty as much as you can, okay? You know, give Hugh the hammer a huge ass house on a hill with a pool, okay? Give him whatever the fuck he wants. Get Ulf more of those little buds.
And some more of these little birds.
What you don't do is bitch slap him in the street for all to see. And that happened twice. And you know who got betrayed twice? Both sides because of it.
Fuck you too. No.
Okay, so be nice to your dragon rider. Common sense, right? Oh my, yeah. And so in day-to-day life, this would translate as, you know, be nice to your server. Be nice to the people that handle your food. Be nice to the people that help you out. And of course, we should be kind to everyone, I believe, but especially those that are providing something important to you or something that you need or would like to keep having. It should be a no-brainer, but apparently Rhaenyra and Daemon and now Lord Ormond don't have brains. So be nice to your dragon rider. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. All right, lesson 6. Communicate. Okay, like, and again, this could just be lazy writing, I think, just to kind of create more drama within each group, but oh my god, the amount of in-group conflict and fighting that could be resolved if people just use like their big words and like communicated clearly about things. And this happens throughout the show, but to me it was most apparent in, I think it was episode 7, when they have Sheepstiller and Caraxes, and then Alan and Rhaenyra roll up on their dragons, and now you got like 4 dragons, and everyone is angry and yelling at each other, and they're just like saying nonsense though, like it's so annoying. You know, Rhaenyra is all like, I trusted you. And Daemon, he could have just said, it was my daughter. What was I supposed to do? She's a mom. I feel like she'd understand that. And instead he's saying stupid shit like, I never meant to betray you. Like, dude, bruh, just say it clearly. Use your words and communicate. And no one on the show seems to be able to do that. Okay, and then it led into this huge thing, and then poor Sheepstealer got really hurt. Oh my god, I'm not sure if I'm ready for next season when more dragons get... Yeah, that's not gonna be fun. Why are we doing this to ourselves? I'm Team Dragon. Fuck both black and green team. I'm team dragon now, okay? Because they're dragons and they're cute and they're just animals, okay? They're just chilling, and these dumb humans are like, yeah, go eat each other. Dracarys. Not cool. So in practical applications, since no one I know has a dragon, this could look like, if you're texting someone, a friend or your partner, and things are escalating and they are misunderstanding you, just pick up the phone and have an adult conversation. I know it's hard, I know it's scary, but it's got to be done, okay? Because we're adults and communication is very important, okay? So don't be afraid to speak and tell your truth, and hopefully the other person hears you. And if not, that's on them. But you got to do your part and use your big boy or girl words, okay? Lesson 7, and this is my favorite one. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. So, and this is the stupidest plan in existence, when Rhaenyra sends Alicent to kill her own son, a trained, very well trained swordsman. What the actual... So it's stupid. So she gets there and she picks up the knife, and I'm just like, okay, good luck with that. And then she has the bright idea of poisoning him. Okay, cool, that's actually a good idea. But she doesn't see it through. She just kind of like poisons him, and I guess he falls over and starts crawling away, and she just like pieces out. And she leaves him alone when there's a maester of sorts around. Like, girl, oh my, these people, such bad writing. And it's like, she could have poisoned him, and then while he's kind of incapacitated, maybe then slit his throat. Like, get the job done. Do it right. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And this is something I'm passionate about, especially in the age of AI, when people just do half-assed jobs with everything and they call it good enough. And granted, sometimes good enough has to be good enough. Like perfectionism is also a thing to be wary of. But at the same time, if you're going to do it the right way. Like, again, do it, put some effort in and do it good, okay? Alicent, finish what you started and do it the right way. Because her trying to murder him was a half-assed job, just like this show's writing. All right, lesson 8, take care of your mental health. Rhaenyra could take a page from Helena's book, okay? Because Helena knew what was up, and she spent a lot of time outside in nature, enjoying art and books and embroidering everyone's death into a tapestry. And she communed with the bugs and was like really in touch with like her spirituality and her dreams. Like, she really understood how important that was. And once Rhaenyra confined her to being inside for 23 hours a day, her mental health really took a nosedive, quite literally. Rest in peace, sweet girl. You were too good for the world. I hate what happened to you. And now we see Rhaenyra, and she's like stressed out and she's anxious and she's losing it. And I'm like, girl, go do what your half-sister did. Go outside and play with the bugs, okay? It really makes a difference. And I think all of us could also take that lesson to heart. Take care of your mental health, because that's the thing driving this train, okay? All right, bonus lesson, lesson 9, and this should go without saying, don't fuck your mom. All right, thanks for watching. Please do all the things, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Oh, let me know what lesson you took from the show, if any. If you want to see a follow-up video, another one, I could do this for every fucking episode, probably every season. That would be fun, but yeah, just for funsies. I enjoy the show for the most part. The good parts are really good, but the bad parts are pretty bad. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep watching. Let me know your favorite lesson, if there's one you'd like to add, or something else in the show that stuck out to you that was interesting. I'd love to hear it. Take care, and I'll see you next time.